Anyway, the next map is going to be Circuit Breakers. Which, depending on the positions, can actually be good for either player. I often say horizontal positions is good for Terran. Any other positions I think is pretty good for Protoss. But hey, we're horizontal positions, so there you go. You know, I was just actually thinking, Mist has, today at least, has actually produced some pretty good games. At least a lot, but it's kind of I think between Thursday's games and today's games, I think kind of shows why I have the opinion that I do of weird maps that are essentially not fighting spirit. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about this before the game starts, since we have a little bit of time. But you know, so fighting spirit of course is a mainstay map. We see it a lot. A lot of people don't like it that much because they think it's been overplayed and argue for, you know, weird maps like Outsider or Outlier or Triathlon. They say, yeah, you know, we should get those maps. They have great games on them. You know, like think of Haya versus Pure on, was it Pure? Yeah, it was Pure on Triathlon. Like, what an amazing game that was. And if we just look at the game today on Mist, you know, both the Zero versus Haya and Tyson versus Mong on Mist were very good games that were made possible because of the map architecture. Those back bases, you know, allowing a lot of harassment, allowing Zero to get a greedier third there with his third hatchery, that sort of thing. But then if you compare those, if you take a step back and you think about, hold on, is that a barracks on the low ground? Oh, something weird's going on in Mong's base. If the observer shows that, I'll come back to that. But if you think about the games on Thursday, Bisu just in-base proxy-gated Mind. Bisu did that, right? And then Sok completely failed against Quanro. It was just like a completely abysmal game. So you see, you have these like contrasting games where I think in general games on these kind of unfamiliar maps are going to be bad, like the ones on Thursday. And so, but then the occasional amazing games like the ones we see today make people think like, oh my god, clearly maps like Mist with, you know, random backdoor expansions are amazing. But that's the problem, is that your impression of them is like that. But in general, I think you're going to get a lot more games like, you know, people just proxy gating and people doing completely failed builds compared to, you know, a more standard map. So I think just like on average you will get higher level of games on a standard map like Fighting Spirit or Circuit Breakers, even though the rare occasion does give you a better game maybe on a map like Mist. Anyway, it looks like a potential gas steal was blocked here by Tyson. Now what's curious to me is, or not necessarily curious, but I'm pretty sure that Mong's original intention was to go for a 1-Rax expand, so a gasless expand, in which case the probe could have got the gas steal off. That's why he has his barracks and his depot on the low ground. But obviously because he saw the probe go in, he did not want to get gas stole, even though he was going for the 1-Rax expand already. So he delayed the command center slightly in order to take that refinery. Now, to be honest, I don't actually know exactly how much your gas gets delayed if you go 1-Rax expand and you get gas stolen, because oftentimes, like on two-player maps, if the Protoss player does go for a very early gas steal, the Terran responds to that by going for a 1-Rax expand. But I think in this case, because the gas steal would have been a little bit later, it still would have hurt Mong quite significantly. So I think that was a nice little move by him to just grab that quickly and delay his command center slightly, which is not nearly as big of a deal. So in the meantime, the scouting SCV for Mong has actually gone cross-map, it seems. Didn't realize from the probe scout timing that his opponent was actually horizontal position, because of course the probe went to the middle of the map first and sort of changed direction, so I guess Mong was slightly confused by that. In the meantime, it looks like we do have a 1-gate expand in response to this 1-Rax expand from Mong. You can see how quickly this expansion is up, and with a nice little bunker at the front there, and the barracks also helping to block. By the way, the barracks there is actually quite key. I'm not sure how, you know, how many people actually realize how important that is, because Goon Rumbys, as silly as they sound, are actually really easy and really effective if that barracks is not there. if you just have 4, because the Marine DPS is really not quite high enough, especially because you don't even have 4 Marines in the bunker usually. So if that barracks wasn't there, and you know, the 3rd and 4th goon came over here right now, he could easily just walk right into the main and instantly win the game. And even in these like SSL games, we have seen that happen occasionally. So very, very crucial to make sure that something like that is not possible. It's just really funny and sad when the Terran kind of fails to do that or forgets to do that and just loses to a goon run by. Anyway, it looks like we're gonna have a second gateway and a robo now after that nexus. All very good things. We might see some Reavers again in this game. Even though Tyson didn't rush for them, going for Reavers is a pretty nice response to a 1 rack expand where, you know, the first tank is going to be quite slow and just the general unit count is a little bit lower than usual. In the meantime, you know, we've got 4 SCVs repairing this bunker against the 4 goons. Pretty standard. You need a 1-to-1 SCV to goon count to keep that bunker repaired. And otherwise, it's fine. Now we do have the barracks lifted now, just so the tank can get out and start shooting the goons. So it's not blocking anymore, but that's reasonable now because he's got the tank and he needs this space to maneuver. He could possibly maneuver along below the bunker as well, but this is quite good. And one thing I actually just realized by actually leaving that bunker floating there and microing the tank below it, I'm not sure if this is necessarily intentional, but it also makes it slightly more difficult for the goons to run in and snipe the tank, because if your tank is like directly under the barracks, you know, the goons could just like misclick and hit the barracks, or if you just try and hold position them, some of them will just shoot the bunker. And 2 vultures have actually snuck out here, but it looks like, see, this is why Tyson didn't seem to react here. I was wondering if Tyson just didn't see it or something, which I thought would be very surprising. No, it looks like he did, of course, notice the vultures go out, but because they were speed vultures, the goons at the front couldn't do anything about it, so he just blocked off his natural and everything was fine. Looks like those vultures now just going to go lay some mines at potential expansion locations of the Protoss. But these goons are actually staying here for a really long time. Oh, he's going to go for the tank! He should not get it, but he might. No, he's not. Wow, I don't know what happened with those back 2 goons, if that was intentional that they were stopped. I think those back 2 goons might have actually bugged out. If he'd gone in with all 4, I think he probably actually could have got that tank. 4 Dragoons will actually 2-shot a tank. It takes exactly 8 Dragoon shots to kill the siege tank, so got to be really careful with your first siege tank that, you know, 2 volleys from these goons doesn't just take it out. Anyway, looks like 1 ob's now heading over to the Terran base. We do actually have a fast 3rd command center here from Mong. Meanwhile, we have 2 base arbiter from Tyson, so could be a bit of an interesting dynamic from that. In general, though, all the 2 base arbiter builds I think we've seen in the SSL game so far, or in the SSL game so far, haven't opened with anything too aggressive. They haven't just gone for like a big bust with a stasis or something like that, or just going recall first instead of stasis, which isn't generally a good idea. But yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's a bit of a shame to let the Terran go for this 3rd base and not try and punish them in some way. Dirty, dirty, greedy Terrans. Yeah, we got a nice little vulture fan out. If you look at the minimap, they're now just going to check for any potential hidden expansions that the Protoss might be taking. Just a nice little cautionary move there. You know, 99% of the games, or maybe let's say 95% of times, there's not going to be anything there. But the few games where you do catch something there, you will get a very big advantage if you spot the hidden expansion early. And there's the command center float. Looks like in the meantime Tyson getting the 9 o'clock base, so both players content to just chill for a little bit here before we have any big engagements. Now, even though Mong did play a very nice harass-based aggressive TVP last game, I don't think this map and these positions really lend themselves to that very much. If you just look at the minimap, there's not really that much opportunity to do that kind of multi-pronged harass. I mean, sure, maybe you can go for a drop in the main, maybe, you know, drop the back of the 3rd or something like that, but it's all fairly compact, fairly easy for the goons to run around and defend things. And you don't have any nice positions like the blocked, you know, the parts of the map blocked off by minerals like you did on Mist. Anyway, Mong, though, is at least going to keep a few vultures on the map, as he should be doing, just to look for moments of opportunity, just like this this one, actually managing to force his way through the goon block because they had to back away from the spider mine. So he's going to be able to get a few more pro kills here, disrupt some mining time, and that's quite nice here. Just going to disrupt this gas mining, crucially, which is going to be a little bit painful for the player going to his arbiter. Oh my god, that shuttle! Whoa, that shuttle has 7 HP left. I'm not sure what's in it. Presumably 3 or 4 zealots. Ay. That would have been pretty bad if he just lost that straight away. It's quite funny though. That's kind of reminiscent of Tyson as a player. Is that actually blocking? Is that pylon wall actually fully blocking? I'm not sure. There's a pretty big gap on the bottom, but maybe it's impassable ground. It's a little bit hard to tell on those weird tile sets. Not really weird tile sets, but less commonly seen tile sets. But yeah, Tyson just as a player seems to play very, very sloppily, making some very, you know, basic like micro mistakes and just playing not very, shall we say, clean StarCraft. Yeah, if you just take like Flash for example, who's got immaculate builds and control and that sort of thing. Jaehoon, or sorry, not Jaehoon. I guess Jaehoon sort of is as well to an extent, but Tyson in particular, you know, I always quote Hai as saying, you know, when you play against Tyson, you always think, you know, how can this guy be so bad? But then suddenly he'll just come out and kill you with like, you know, 1,000,000 units, and you don't even know what happens. So, yeah, Tyson's kind of a weird player. Anyway, we have our first attack going across here. And see, this is the kind of part of the reason why I say horizontal positions are good for TVP on this map. If you notice, he manages to scoot around the top side, not really much of an opportunity for Tyson to engage. To be fair, Tyson's army wasn't in position anyway. He could have maybe chilled here at the top of the ramp and started fighting down these units, but it's a very nice, narrow, easy push path for the Terran between the bases, and not the best engagement. Although he is going to have, Tyson is going to have some high ground advantage here, but it doesn't look like he has quite enough units. Does he have enough? Although, oh no, never mind. More reinforcements coming in. Another couple of zealots, and I think, wow, never mind. It looks like Tyson is going to comprehensively win this first engagement. It looked really good for Mong there in the beginning, but Tyson just seemed to have a never-ending wave of units, and this is what I'm talking about. You see, he doesn't even have leg speed. He fought that. He won that engagement with slow zealots. You know, no spells, and not a decent attack angle, actually, managing to use that high ground platform against his opponent, but still, I did not expect him to win that so comprehensively. I thought it would be a lot closer, if not a Mong victory. So Tyson, after clearing that out, gains a pretty comfortable position here in the game. His 4th base is only just now going up, so while it's still 3 base versus 3 base, you gotta, you know, it's still a little bit uncomfortable. Really want that extra base, but otherwise, I think Tyson is in a pretty good position right now. It's like some vultures at the bottom left. Gonna go check out those or that base eventually, but actually the cannons might be done by the time. Yeah, the cannon's actually done now because they didn't get there quite fast enough. They do pick off the probe anyway, though, which is marginally annoying. It's actually quite annoying. When you lose that probe, you want to start building gateways as soon as possible. Oh, please don't blow yourself up. I think it's okay. No, he did blow himself up. But it's still okay. By the way, there's a yellow dot in the Terran's main. I think that might just be an observer, but it's freaking me out. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my god, recall! I think I'm pretty sure it's just an observer though. Meanwhile, we have a dropship getting ready to go into the main, completely spotted by an observer. So this is what I'm talking about. Not, you know, Tyson's gonna have an observer there anyway, just to see if the Terran army is moving out, and then you see he's getting units back to the main base. It's pretty easy peasy. There's not a great opportunity to harass the main base on this map, like there was on Mist, or not as much. In the meantime, though, it looks like the vultures have actually found that the cannons don't quite reach the bottom of the minerals here, which is a pretty silly mistake by Tyson. Not to have that covered. He really should make at least one more cannon there. And here's a drop though at the 9 o'clock base that could be effective. There's actually a wall there that will block goons from going back to defend it. Some zealots could come back, but that could be good. And in the meantime, was that a random command center there at the bottom right? I think that was. Oh, looks like we're going first person view. Alright, looks like we're watching the Tyson cam. And Tyson's got a DT there, so that drop will do nothing. It's not even dropping. I don't know what happened there. Did Mong not actually hit unload? Did he just like move the dropship up? What just happened? Maybe he hit unload in a bad space or something and he couldn't unload? I have no idea. He's actually got another dropship coming over. Ooh, he's going to unload a couple of tanks here on the high ground. That's going to be able to kill a few goons, but... oh no! What? What? That was unnecessary. Did you really need to do that? That's... well... fine. 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 Oh, people tell me to change my score now. What is the score? Oh god! Oh no! Oh, the probes! Oh, the probes, man, the probes. The probes. Mong won game 1, right? He did. I think he did. And it looks like he might win game 2 here because Mong is still busting out the multi-pronged harass here, despite what I was saying about this not being as good a map for it. It looks like it doesn't really matter. He's creating his own opportunities here. Has that drop in the main been cleaned up already? And he was going to get rid of this one, but... wow. Fantastic. But, oh, we've got carriers. I think that drop might have seen them, though. That drop might have seen them. I'm not really sure. We'll have to see whether Mong has started a mass Goliath pump yet or not. But Tyson is going to fall back on the carriers to save his butt here. Meanwhile, it looks like there is another base going up at the 12 o'clock for Mong. But notice that even though Tyson's been taking some pretty severe economic damage, he is still on 5 bases against 3. Although I guess both players will be mining out their mains by now. But he does have a nice, still has a nice base count. So even though he was losing a decent number of probes, he's still pretty okay on that front. I'm fairly certain he'll still be maxed right now, still have a decent economy. The one thing he doesn't have, though, is he doesn't have a whole bunch of gateways established yet at the bottom left, and I think that's probably in good part due to all the harassment that Mong has done. If Tyson had defended the harass a little bit better, or Mong hadn't harassed quite as much, I think Tyson would have had the money and just the time to start setting up a whole lot more gateways at the bottom left. So that's quite good for Mong. I'll continue to harass with these vultures, and now he's starting to mine from the 12 o'clock. Just going to build some turrets and wall that in a little bit just to make sure it's safe. Annoying little DT here. Oh, are those all hold position? Looks like they actually are. Anyway, that DT clearing up a whole bunch of stuff. Meanwhile, that random command center that was built at the bottom right, mineral only, is still kind of chilling there. I'm actually not sure, 100% sure that's command center anymore. I'm pretty sure it was, but I'm not actually sure anymore. But something is going on down there. In the meantime, this recall is not going to do anything. And we got a few units moving through the middle of the map now to do something. Oh, and we got another drop going along the 6, or it's not to the 6, going along the bottom side of the map towards the bottom left main. Could be 2 siege tanks. No, 1 tank and 2 vultures. All right. I thought it would be 2 tanks because there's a whole bunch of cannons there, so the vultures aren't going to do that much. I guess they'll just protect the tank from just probes or like the random stray zealot. Anyway, oh, is he going to stasis it? I swear to God, if he recalls onto this, I'm just going to explode. I would not put it past Tyson. I would not, but it would be awful. Not only because there are mines there. Oh my God, is that 6 carriers already? Wait, and I haven't seen a lot of Goliaths yet. Wait a minute. Surely Mong knows about this. Oh, he knows about it now! There's SCVs there! Oh my God, the accidental reveal on SCVs. Alright, let's see. What army does Mong have? What's going on in the base? Is this the oh shit panic moment for Mong? That is a lot. That's like 7 carriers. 6 or 7 carriers already. Oh my God, he's got no Goliaths. Oh my God. The oh shit panic. Build 1,000,000 turrets to try and not die. There's even an arbiter there as well. Oh my God. He does have some Goliaths, but mostly Sea Shanks, and now he's having to just attack with all his units. See, this is now Mong is forced to just go for a giant attack whether he wants to or not with all of his ground army to try and do as much damage as possible, possibly force the carriers back to defend. But obviously with no Goliaths around, he can't engage these directly yet, so he just needs more time. This attack is going to try and kill as many bases as possible, buy as much time as possible for the Goliaths. He's got his first round of Goliaths out right there. But this could be bad. Although he does have a vastly superior ground army, as you can see. He's got to split up his forces. He's going to leave a few tanks to deal with the 9 o'clock base, send the rest of the army down to kill the bottom left bases. He wants to get all the fresh... So going down toward the bottom left serves two purposes. One, he's getting the fresh expansions, and two, he's going away from the carriers. The carriers are decently fast, but they're slower than ground units. So you want to kind of avoid them and try and stay away from them. And this is actually an expansion. He's just like distance mining to it. I was wondering what was going on over there. That is a completely random hidden expansion right there. But nice huge stasis is on the bottom left base, and that's going to buy the time for the carriers to actually come back and deal with the army. And so basically all those tanks are going to be forfeit. The best that Mong can hope for is that you know, when they come out of stasis, he'll have enough time to like maybe unsiege them and kill another building or something. But otherwise, as you can see, these units are forfeit. The question is, has this bot done enough damage? Has this bought Mong enough time to get a decent enough Goliath count to deal with those carriers? Because this carrier count is already approaching critical mass before Mong has even had a chance to begin reacting, and that is a very bad situation to be in for a 10. You never want to be in this situation where you start massing Goliaths when 6 carriers come out, because usually at that point it is too late. And this carrier switch could have actually completely turned this game around. Mong was looking in great shape after all that harass. This base is just silly. But these carriers, man, look at this. I don't think a single carrier has died yet, and the numbers keep going up. Look at all the interceptors floating around here. This is every Terran's worst nightmare. Well, I guess that and, you know, DT's in the base with no detection. That's probably the worst nightmare. This is probably the second worst nightmare. Either way, they're both bad. Because of these friggin' Protoss, man. It's Protoss bullshit. Oh my god, that is a lot of high tempo. He needs to kill those before they can do anything to the Goliaths. Yes, that is absolutely crucial for these vultures to kill these. Although they're not, because there's 3 DTs here. Why are there 3 DTs here? I will never know. But there are. Maybe they were just random DTs that he used for emergency defense on other bases. That was a phenomenal stasis, though. That might have been 2 stasis, actually. But this is really problematic. You can see there's just not nearly enough Goliaths to deal with this. Even when those Goliaths come out of stasis, they will just be mincemeat. Pretty decent carrier control from Tyson, but at this point it doesn't really matter what kind of carrier control he has. He just has enough carriers. And this is not good. This is terrible. Oh, if he gets some vultures in here, that might be good. And you see, that wasn't a block, was it? Was it? I still don't know. Oh man, the Goliaths are coming in here. They do snipe one carrier, nice little grab, but the rest of the Goliaths are probably gonna fall. They're trying to run away here. I think they can possibly escape. Meanwhile, though, Mong doing a really fantastic job here of not just panicking and freaking out. He's keeping up on his multi-pronged harass. He's forcing the carriers to come home and defend because there are just not enough ground units to cover all of Tyson's bases. Mong is really playing this fantastically, given the very horrible situation he's been put into. But looks like, oh man, 1 DT now heading over to 3 o'clock place. Gonna be a real pain in the butt. A random off-location command center now being built to the bottom right. And the DT's just running away from the SUVs. Oh my god, that is a lot of turrets though. That is many turret. He's just like massing turrets at this base to just. And the thing is, these turrets generally won't really do that much against carriers because you can't really target fire them effectively because, you know, you can't multi-select turrets like you can with Goliaths. So really they're just there to kind of buy time to let you get Goliaths there to actually properly defend it. And also just to slow down the carriers, kind of bog them down, killing turrets while you go and kill his bases, basically. That's kind of the idea. The turrets don't actually really damage the carriers or anything like that. I mean, if you have like enough of them, yeah, they will kill some interceptors, but But that's about it. Anyway, the 9 o'clock base is going to fall once again here. Tyson is mining now only from the bottom left main and the inside mineral only at the top side, which is actually ridiculously close by ground to the 12 o'clock, but because these carriers keep attacking the 12 o'clock, Mong can't even, you know, actually go and properly try and kill that base. He can only just do some random vulture harass. Meanwhile, it looks like DT's still at the 3 o'clock. There are some vultures there, but they're not seeing it. And look at this! Look at this Mong! Just with small groups of units running all over the place. He can't... There's a critical mass of carriers that he can't fight head on, so he's not fighting them head on. You know, this is wonderful, wonderful play. Grabbing that Nexus as well. Tyson down to 1 mining expansion at the bottom left main. The problem is Mong is effectively on like a few SCVs at the 12, a random distance mining base at the bottom right, and a 3 o'clock which has lost almost all its SCVs to DTs. So like combined, Mong probably only has 1 base mining as well in terms of actual income. And every time he does these like small grouped attacks into bases, he's losing the units as well. It's not like these attacks are free. So if the carrier count doesn't go down, eventually the carriers will just win the game. It doesn't matter how many bases you kill. If you can't kill the carriers and you can't just like eliminate all his buildings, it doesn't matter, right? Oh my god, he's gonna lock down them! He's got 4 ghosts! He's doing the boxer! This is Mong's answer to the mass carriers. He knows just pure Goliaths isn't quite going to cut it here. He's going for the lockdown. It looks like it's researching in the covert ops. It is not quite ready yet. If he pulls this off, this could be a Pimpus play. This will almost certainly be a recommended game in the recap for the round of 16. Is he going to pull it off? I don't actually even know how many carriers are there now. It must be 8 or 10 or something like that. But these ghosts, they could potentially have 2 lockdowns apiece if he micros it properly. The problem is it's been spotted by the observer. 7 ghosts now on the map. 8 ghosts on the map, but they've been spotted by the observer. So now Tyson is going to be very, very careful. And remember, ghosts have such low HP. They have 45 HP. A ghost has less HP than an SCV. Okay? So this... Wait, is that the same HP? Oh no! No, don't kill it! Scan! Scomsat! Alright, he lost 2 ghosts. He still has 6. But you see, the problem is, even... Oh my god, he's killing the ghosts! And he's one-shotting them as well, so I don't even know if Mong realizes what's going on. Oh my god, stop! No, scan, please. Okay, 4 ghosts are still alive. They're still alive. So he's trying to do some vulture ass here. Those were some really fantastic storms though, grabbing a lot of those vultures. But you see, the thing is, the ghosts, they're so hard to actually even get in range of the carriers, because the small HP means not only do units kill them easily and like one-shot them, but even if you just get clipped by a Psy storm, which the Protoss is going to be doing, the ghost will die anyway, because the Protoss wants to storm the Goliaths anyway. So if you have the ghost grouped to the Goliaths, just random storms that weren't even aimed at you will just kill the ghost anyway. I mean, look how anorexic, look how skinny those guys are, right? They cannot take any damage whatsoever. So he's going to have them not only perfectly positioned, I think, but also slightly lucky in storm dodging just to even get a chance to do the lockdowns. Now lockdown, oh no! Oh my god, fucking DTs! Protoss and their invisible bullshit! Ah! Oh my god, okay. There are 2 ghosts remaining. I don't know why he doesn't just make more, actually. I don't think they're that expensive. But, they need energy. And there's only 2 now. Oh my god, this would have been amazing. He only has 2 left. Oh no, the storms. Oh god, the storms. Oh man, the Goliaths can actually tank the hits, but there's 3 DTs. Are there 3 DTs or 2 DTs in the mix? These DTs, man, are doing so much. Oh my god, what is Mong mining right now? Okay, while all that was happening, Mong has actually somehow established the bottom right natural, and he's actually mining the 3 o'clock more healthily. But unfortunately for us, oh, this could be a mine bomb. Oh, the ghost is saved! The ghost is saved, but there's only 1 left. He's the last of his kind. And, oh my god, there's a couple of high Templars here. Oh no, those storms! Absolutely devastating. There's not that many Goliaths left. Come on, lock down it! No, he killed the ghost. There's 1 more ghost. Come on, lockdown. Lockdown, 2 more ghosts. Go! Lockdown! Come on! I want to see the boxer! Lockdown! Please! Did he get one? He died. Well, shit. And now there's like no units left. Oh my god. I really hope Mong didn't overly focus on getting the lockdown and just lose all his units because of that. Ah, Protoss! Protoss! Okay, who's winning the game right now? I mean, Mong seems to have a better economy, maybe? He's got 2 healthy bases, the random mineral only that is still not spotted because it's just in a completely ridiculous location, which I suppose makes it an amazing hidden base because that's like exactly what you want for a hidden base. But oh my god, this DT, more DTs. Freaking DTs, man. I apologize on behalf of Protoss players because this is bullshit! That! You see that on screen? That's bullshit right there. That is complete bullshit. Oh my god. Mong! Kill him! Get him! Get him! Scan! Use the comsats. How many carries are left though? I don't know if this is enough Goliaths. Maybe if he gets perfect lockdowns here, he can win this. But the problem is he's not in a good position. He's on the bridges at the natural. Oh, these DTs! Oh my god, this is bad. This is not a good position. He needs to run away. This is a horrible position for him to engage. There's a perfect area for the carries to micro. He's not able to get the lockdowns on. The Goliaths can't actually target down the carries. He has to run away, but he's losing all of the SCVs at the bottom right natural. He's only got the gas SCVs left. Oh my god. Oh, come on. Why are you not locking down? Lockdown, please. What is the range in lockdown? Can somebody go on Wikipedia and tell me what the range of lockdown is? Because clearly it is not long enough. Can we get a lockdown range buff? Somebody? This is ridiculous. We need lockdown to have like 15 range. You know? Like feedback has like 1,000,000 range. Why does lockdown not have 1,000,000 range? Oh god, is that spotted now? Oh. Nobody move. There's a ninja. There's a ninja right next to us. There's a ninja in the crowd. Man, I bet after this game, if Mong loses, like the crowd is just gonna riot and they're gonna beat up that ninja that's, you know, sitting among them. It's like, yeah, you need to take one. You know, you're a representation of all that is wrong with PvT. Just like beat that kid up. Oh man. Although it looks like the Protoss actually just has no ground army left. I don't even see High Templars anywhere. He just only has carriers. And I don't know how Mong is actually affording to still pump Goliaths. I mean, I hope somebody goes back in this game and sees how many Goliaths were actually killed. Because Mong has lost an obscene number of Goliaths. And is somehow still actually pumping quite a lot of them. Apparently lockdown is range 8. Well, carriers with micro have like range 12, so that's just like completely unfair. And I'm sure someone's gonna go and see on Wikipedia that it actually says range 10 or something. But if you like if you micro them properly and don't have the carriers return to the carrier, you basically extend their range, their maximum range, which is why it's crazy. Oh my god, another DT. DTs. You know what? I'm actually glad he used those 2 storms on those because that was like 4 SCVs. That would have been a lot more devastating on mass clumped Goliaths. Anyway, oh, we got a double storm there. Le double storm. These Goliaths, man, and the ghosts. The ghosts. The ghosts. We now have Goliath, Ghost versus Dragoon. This is actually happening, guys. This is happening. And they're losing because Goliaths are not good against Dragoons. That was a horrible idea. Hey, he is cloaking now! But it doesn't matter because there's a speed obs there. Man, Mong, you had the right idea, but this execution is highly dubious. And by highly dubious, I mean, hey, he recalled 1 carrier in a completely useless location that will do absolutely nothing. Good job. Good job, Mong. Oh, he got 2 now. Wait, that might be good, actually. Oh, this might be good. He's got Goliaths here. Does he have enough Goliaths? Oh, he's grabbed 1 carrier. He found them in the open. He's got 2. Can he get 3? There's Dragoons underneath, though. He needs more dudes. He needs more dudes. Get 1 more. 1 more goes down. Is he going to get another one? Target the red ones. Target the red ones. Yes. Yes, he's going to get the red ones. Oh, this guy. Shoot him with the ghosts. He's got 2 HP. Shoot him with the ghosts, man. Shoot him with the ghosts. Shoot. Oh, no. He's going after the lockdown ones. Yes. Yeah, Mong! No, there's Goliath, there's Dragoons underneath. But he just killed a lot of carriers. He just killed a lot of carriers. There's like 4 left, but DTs are still bullshit. No matter what is happening in the rest of the game, DTs are still ridiculous. Oh my god, is that not in range of the turret? Oh my god! He's not in the range of the turret. Okay, he's got it, but he's only got like 4 SCVs left. Oh, it's because there's a gateway there! Oh my god! GG! GG! Tyson, you're a terrible person. Stop looking happy. You're a terrible person. Oh, no. Quick! You guys see that DT? Beat that